Now let's talk about for a minute why pins are so important. The reason that pinning has become such a traffic sensation is because each one of these pins has a link that's embedded. So as an example, let's go to my Perfecting Pinterest board, and let's go ahead and we'll just open up this first infographic, and it'll tell you that I pinned it 2 hours ago from Mashable. And on the right hand side, it'll give you some options if I want to like it so that it gets added to my Facebook, if I want to tweet about it, maybe embed it on my website, email it to people. But if I click on the image itself, you'll see that we get taken to the Mashable page where this image originally appears. This is where I pinned it from. So when you have a great looking image, people are going to click on that image, they get taken back to the original site, and this is where all that referral traffic starts to get generated. So let's talk about the different ways that you can pin. You can either pin original content where you've created your own images, maybe you've attached them to your own blog, and you're pinning them from your blog site to here. You can pin from other sites like I did with the infographic from Mashable or the example that we just had of the dog image. Or you can repin other pins that already appear on Pinterest. Now if we click the Pinterest logo in the middle, we're going to be taken to the Pinterest main page. Now before we get into repinning, there's a few things on this main page that I want to share with you. If you notice on the left-hand side, we've got an activity bar. This will show us activity that has taken place with our own pins. We can see who's repinned us, who's commented on our pins, and who's liked them as well. Now the other thing I want you to notice is that I just posted a pin. You can see my name right here, and you can see who I repinned it from and which one of my boards I placed it on. Anytime you pin, your pin is going to appear on the Pinterest main board. Obviously, as other people pin new pins, theirs are going to move ahead of yours and yours will eventually fall down. But for a bit of time when you initially pin, it's going to appear there where everybody has visibility to it. This is part of the reason that using images that are catchy or intriguing or have some kind of pop are incredibly important. Because the more that it serves as eye candy for other people, the more people are going to gravitate towards it and start following your pins and your boards. Now, at the moment, we're actually viewing the pins of the pinners that I currently follow. And you can see how the pinners you follow, right here, this link, how that link is bold, letting us know that that's the page we're currently on. Other options that we have include hovering over everything so that we can pick a specific category. Let's say we want to go to technology. If we click on technology, then we're now going to be seeing all pins that show up in the technology category, regardless of whether they're pinners that I follow or not. Again, this is a really great way to see different people, to be able to follow different people, and to be able to find people that are going to be in your target niche, your target audience. You can also see that we could click on videos. We can see what's popular at the moment. And we can also look at a special gifts section, which is broken down by price. And we're going to look at this gift section in more detail in a future video. There's a lot of great things that you can do with this. But for now, let's find a pin that we'd like to repin. If there is a specific type of pin that I want to look for, I can also use the search function in the upper left-hand corner. Let's say I want to look for a Disney quote. I simply type the words Disney quote into the search bar and click the search icon. All right, this one looks good. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing, a famous Disney quote. If I want to repin this, I simply hover over the image and then click repin. Now I get to choose the board that I want to assign it to, so I'm going to put this on my Disney inspiration board. And I get to edit the description box. Now, based on research that I've previously done, I know that the keyword phrase lessons from Disney is a keyword phrase that has high demand but low results. Because of this, I'm going to leverage that keyword phrase in the description that I post. Once I've added my description, I can then just click the red Pin It button, and I'll get a quick indication that it's been repinned to my followers and it's been added to my Disney board. I can verify this by hovering over my name, clicking on Boards, scrolling down to my Disney Inspiration board, and there I'll see it. Now let's say that you add a pin to a board, and then you look at it and you realize that the pin seems like it might be out of place on that board. I'll show you an example. If we go to my board that's titled My Favorite Success Books, let's go ahead and click on the board to open it up. We'll see that I've got an image here that's called Timeless. Now it's not a book and it really doesn't fit within My Favorite Success Books. So let's go ahead and move this to a different board. To do this, we're going to hover over the image and then click Edit. This will bring up a window that allows us to edit the description, delete the pin altogether, change the link that it's associated with, or shift the board that it appears on. Let's go ahead and move this to things that make me say, "Aww." And yes, that's really how I say it. And then we'll go ahead and we'll click Save Pin. Now I'm going to hover over my name again and click on Boards. And if we scroll down, we'll see that that picture no longer is appearing on My Favorite Success Books, but instead is appearing on the board called Things That Make Me Say Aww, and you can see that it appears right there. Now we can also set a specific board cover, meaning this picture that appears here. When you hover, you can click the button that says Edit Board Cover. You can choose the picture that you want to use by arrowing back and forth. If the image is larger than this area that's designated, you can actually move it and shift it around just by dragging and dropping. And then you can click Set Cover. This now appears as my board cover, as you can see up here.